Let's talk about your hard-earned money. Holiday spending and end-of-year expenses can throw anyone's finances into a tailspin. It happens all the time. According to JPMorgan, typical middle-income households need about $4,800 in liquid savings for an emergency. But you know what? Most don't have it. This morning, we'll get expert help from the author of the New York Times bestseller, The Money Coach, Lynette Khalfani-Cox. Good morning, Lynette. Nice to have you there on the other end. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on the program today.
Well, we need this help because that survey also shows that 57% of Americans have actually less than $1,000 in a savings account, and 39% have no savings at all, and that's not good, Lynette.
No, it really isn't good. And the numbers are kind of shocking when you put them in those terms. And some groups save, a lot less than others. Millennials, for example, folks in their early 20s, 67% of them have less than $1,000 saved. Doesn't matter, though, what age you are. There's some things that all of us can do to save more in 2018. For starters, you can dump some unwanted subscriptions. A lot of people are subscribing to things, video services, audio, gym memberships, magazines, whatever. Cut back on some of that stuff. That's one way to save money. You can also pay attention to your credit card debt. If you knock down some of those credit card bills, maybe some of us still are carrying that debt after the holiday spending that we did. If you knock down some of those credit card bills, you'll definitely have more cash to save. It's all about trying to be financially healthier in 2018. And that's why I'm talking about the importance of savings this week during National Savings Week, which is sponsored by Chase. We really want to promote a conversation and an awareness about the importance of saving money.
And Lynette, this is a great time of year now to think about saving more through your employer.
That's right. One of the ways that you can turbocharge your savings is by contributing to your employer's retirement plan on the job. So if you get the chance to participate in a 401k, a 403b, a 457, or a thrift savings plan, by all means, take advantage of that. Far too many people don't do it, and they're really just leaving money on the table, especially when employers often offer you a match. That's a great way to turbocharge your savings for 2018.
And I know, Lynette, a lot of people are looking forward to now their tax refund, and your advice is either save it or spend it, but do it wisely.
That's right. If you have the credit card debt that I mentioned, take some of that tax refund check and knock that down. If you have student loans, maybe you'll knock down some of your college debt. Maybe you make an extra payment on your mortgage, or you set aside some cash, maybe half or so of your income tax refund check towards an emergency fund. A lot of people get big bucks back from Uncle Sam because the IRS says the average tax refund check is about $3,000. So if you do save that money, or at least a portion of it, that'll get you towards that $4,800 that Chase research shows that the average family needs to deal with some kind of an emergency.
And Lynette, you really have a very easy 3-step saving strategy that can get everybody off on the right foot.
Right. It really boils down to 3 parts. First off, you need to make sure you have a realistic plan. I call it setting SMART goals. Specific, measurable, action-oriented, realistic, and time-bound. Also, have an accountability partner, somebody that'll keep you in line and make sure you're striving towards those financial goals you've set. And lastly, automate your finances. That's one of the best ways you can save in 2018. So let's say you have a bank like Chase that lets you automatically take money out of your checking account and transfer it instantly into your savings account. Or you do it automatically from your employer and put it into your checking or savings account. Again, it's kind of like set it and forget it. When you make it automatic, you don't have to think about it. And frankly, for a lot of us, you don't see the money, you won't touch it, and then you won't spend it. That leads to more savings.
Well, it's sobering advice, and it's good advice, too, because we really need a lot more than we know we have, but we can do it. And it just starts with maybe a little bit of discipline every single day and following your advice, Lynette. Thank you.